It's still tied 2-2 in the 11th. 1 on, 1 out. Aaron the hitter. Hank swings. It's back. Home run for Henry. Here comes Johnny Logan heading for home. What a greeting he gets. Our Braves have clinched the pennant. And here's Hank Aaron, the hero of the night and the season. It's a mob scene at home plate. The whole gang's out there, laughing, shouting, jumping. Bedlam breaks loose in Braves land. It's true. The Braves have won the pennant. They're champions of the National League. Yes, and starring our world champion Milwaukee Braves, the cast in order of appearance. Leading off and playing second base, Alfred Red Shandy. Batting average, .309. Fielding, sensational. A master of the double play, Red was a perfect running mate for Johnny Logan. John's steady play at short and consistent hitting in the clutch made him a big favorite with the fans. At the hot corner, Eddie Matthews, who pounded out 32 homers, drove in 94 runs, and was one of the defensive heroes of the World Series with sharp fielding and rifle-like arm. In center field, the league's most valuable player, Henry Aaron. Pity the poor pitcher when Henry draws a bead and sends one whistling. Famed for his power hitting, Hank also covers plenty of ground in the outfield and did a great job in taking over in center field. In left field, big and burly John Wesley Covington. Recalled from Wichita in mid-June, West nailed down an outfield job and made 2 game-saving catches in the World Series. Hard luck man of the Braves, jolting Joe Adcock, who was again sidelined by injuries this season. Frank Torrey proved an able replacement, fielding brilliantly and coming through with more than his share of base hits. His average, .272 for the season. In right field, a platooning of experience and youth. Veteran Andy Pafko and rookie Bob Hazel, who contributed so much to the pennant drive. Catcher Del Crandall, whose early season clutch hitting got the Braves off to a flying start. Del Rice, considered one of baseball's smartest backstops. Charter member of the Braves' Big Three, Warren Spahn. Another 20-game season for Spahny, who's the Braves' best bet for baseball's Hall of Fame. Bob Buell, whose blazing fastball chalked up 18 big wins, 117 strikeouts, and a neat 2.74 earned run average. And of course, Nitro Lou Burdett, the unquestioned hero of the World Series. Winner of 17 season games, Lou hurled 3 series wins. Lou's all business as he sidearms a third strike past the Cubs' Walt Morin. But he likes to enjoy life when he's off the mound. A natural-born comic, Lou's crazy cloning often eases the tension in tight situations. Yes, it's an all-star cast that heads for Bradenton, Florida in the spring of 1957. Well remembered as the bitter defeat of the '56 season, the Braves are a determined bunch as they launch their spring training. Manager Fred Haney maps out the program. Hard work in the spring can mean a pennant in the fall. And hard work it is. Calisthenics iron out winter kinks and prepare the boys for even more grueling exercise to come. Hours are spent in learning how to get the jump on the pitcher. Just like the Army days, it's done en masse, by the numbers and in quick cadence. The sweat's really beginning to roll. three-way training sees Buell pitching, the batter bunting, and Andy Papko barreling into the bag. That's the way to show 'em, Andy. Buell fires again. And Bullet Bill Bruton comes tearing into third. A successful sacrifice calls for good bunting and heads-up base running. There's just plain running, too. Buell gets a full share of it in the outfield. Veteran Warren Spahn knows that a pitcher's legs are as valuable as a pitcher's arm. He circles the outfield over and over again until he's about ready to drop. Spahny's worked up a full head of steam. Man, that's rough going. But Spahn knows, as do his teammates, that hard work is the only answer to the rigorous months that lie ahead. Spring training ends, and the 1957 season is about to begin. The big question, will this be the year for the Braves? Milwaukee turns out its annual capacity crowd for opening day. Fans arrive early and eager, and the turnstiles merrily click on the way to racking up another new attendance record. The Cincinnati Redlegs provide the opening day opposition for the Braves. In the warmth of the dugout, manager Bertie Tebbetts holds court for visiting reporters. If he knew what Cousins' team had turned out to be for the Braves, he'd probably be chirping a different tune. Fine defensive play marks the game. Temple snags Aaron's vicious liner. Shortstop Roy McMillan stabs Danny O'Connell's bid for a base hit. That's legal larceny. It's that man McMillan again, cutting down Henry Aaron on a great play. Hank's hitting in hard luck. The fans enjoy the close, taut game. The Braves look great, too. Don Hook is finding out for trying to steal second. Lou Burdett on the stretch. Pitches. Roy McMillan wraps it hard to O'Connell. The flip to Logan. The relay to first. And Burdett's out of a jam. Al Jeffcoat's going great guns. But this time, Hammer and Hank Aaron hits it where they ain't. Far and deep into the bullpen. The big blast puts the Braves ahead 1-0. Henry's circuit swat is the first of 44. He gets a big hand from the welcoming committee, and the opening day crowd is a happy one. Lou continues to horse-collar the Redlegs. And now it's the 9th inning. Burdett pitches carefully to pinch hitter Ted Kluszewski. Big Clue lines one to Logan, who makes a fine stab and doubles up Ed Bailey. Burdett's shutout is preserved, and Milwaukee wins its 5th straight opening day victory at County Stadium. The Braves went on to win 12 out of their first 14 games, and Pennant fever sets in early among the fans. But the commanding lead melts away, and reinforcements in the form of red Shandings arrive while the Braves are in Philadelphia. Former teammate Del Rice is mighty glad to have Red back on his side. Welcome to the Braves, Red. Catcher Del Crandall greets Red in his spanking new Braves traveling uniform. There are many who say the pennant was won this weekend, just a few hours before the June 15th trading deadline. Fielding gems like this make Red an immediate favorite with the home fans. Baseball's Huck Finn has found a home in the hearts of Milwaukeeans. More fielding finesse. Campanella's bid for a hit is turned into a quick twin killing. The crowd loves it, and how. Red plays heads-up ball. He grabs Vallo's hopper, tags Samoli, and fires the first for another double play. The fans have found another hero. They love to watch Red hit, too. With his choke-style grip, Red rattles one right down the line and racks up an easy double. One of the best switch hitters in the game, Red provided the spark that ignited the pennant flame. One of the great stories of the season is the way the Braves won out despite an unprecedented run of injuries that had trainer Doc Ferrin doing double duty. Joe Adcock fractured his ankle and was out for more than half the year. The Braves really missed Adcock's booming bat and ability to drive men home. Another major casualty, speedy Bill Bruton, who collided in midseason with Felix Mantilla and was sidelined for the rest of the year. This unusual outfield of Covington, bonus rookie Johnny Demerit, and Nippy Jones is typical of the patchwork lineup the Braves were forced to play. The string of injuries result in a rookie by the name of Robert Hazel being called up from Wichita. Hazel? Oh yes, he was tossed in on the George Crow deal. It wasn't long before they were calling Bob Hurricane Hazel, as he went on a hitting spree that soared his average to 500 and more. The Hurricane blasted one deep into the bleachers to drive in 2 runs against the Cards. Hazel finished the season with a healthy .403 batting mark. Defensively, Hazel more than measured up to Major League standards. Bob roams to the cinder path to snag Al Dark's long fly. Another Brave to take up the injury slack was Felix Mantilla, who filled in for the injured Johnny Logan in big league fashion. Mantilla shows his cat-like quickness as he takes the toss from Red and wings the relay to Torrey. The Braves' bullpen played a big part in the pennant bid. Ernie Johnson chalked up a 7-3 record in relief. Rookie Don McMahon led all Braves hurlers with a 1.53 earned run average. Other memorable moments, the Braves say farewell to the historic Polo Grounds. Ruben Gomez is on the mound for the Giants. Shane Dean lays down a perfect bunt that gets away from Gomez. Torrey follows with a humpback liner that looks like a sure hit, but shortstop Brasil makes a sensational catch and holds on for dear life. Eddie Matthews keeps the pot boiling with a sharp single to right that drives in rookie Bob Taylor and pinch runner Dick Cole. Johnny Logan climaxes a 4-run inning with a sharp single to center, scoring Eddie Matthews. The Braves are leading by a 4-2 margin. Dave Jolly relieving. Shortstop Eddie Brasil drives one to the lower left field deck. A history-making homer, the last you'll see in those famous short stands of the Polo Grounds. The Giants proved troublesome as Whitey Lockman singles to right. The bingo moves Don Mueller around to third base in a cloud of dust. Former Brave Danny O'Connell grounds sharply to Torrey, who fires to Crandall. Mueller's in a jam. Crandall throws to Matthews, who makes the tag. The relay to second. Too late. Ray Jablonski hits a routine pop to left, but neither Logan nor Covington can come up with the ball. A big break for the Giants. Hank Sauer is pinch hitting. He comes through with a sharp single to left that scores 2 runs, which give the Giants a come-from-behind victory. The Braves leave the Polo Grounds for the last time. More than anything else, it's the Braves and you fans who are responsible for the changing face of baseball. The Dodgers, too, are heading westward, and famed Ebbets Field is visited by the Braves for their final series. The Braves are reluctant to say so long, for they dearly love to bang the ball in the cozy confines of Brooklyn's ballpark. The sad face and tattered raiment of clown Emmett Kelly add a nostalgic note to the final doings in Dodgerville. 1957 is really a history-making season. A happy one for Braves fans, a sad one for Giant and Dodger rooters. Nor is it very jubilant for Johnny Podres. Nippy Jones takes little heed of Padres' World Series reputation and blasts one of his pet pitches high into the stands. Yes, sir, the Braves really love this part. They can't do this to me, says Johnny. But Henry Aaron proves otherwise, and the ball takes another ride. When Hank gets good one on the ball, it's long gone and far away. Circuit swats like this enable Aaron to set the homer pace in both major leagues. One thing about Padres, he won't give up. So now it's Andy Pafko's turn to pound one out of the park. The Brooklyn outfielders are really getting to meet the fans in the stands. 3 homers in 1 inning build up an early lead for Milwaukee, which is exactly what you need against the Dodgers. The ever-dangerous Duke Snider gets the home run habit and drives in 3 big runs. Looks like another one of those typical Braves Brooklyn Donnybrooks. Now it's 8-7 in favor of the Braves. Brooklyn is still threatening, and manager Fred Haney decides to relieve with his ace. Lou Burdette doesn't seem to mind working overtime. A sidearm pitch to Charlie Neal. Eddie Matthews grabs the hopper and really rifles it to first. Burdette's fine relief chore stops the Dodgers cold, and the Braves own a big win over the Bums. Milwaukee took 12 out of 22 from Brooklyn during the season. The flags fly high over Ebbets Field and end another chapter in baseball history. Back in Milwaukee, our sidekick Blaine Walsh confers with Fred Haney. Look at that outfit. No wonder they call him Broadway Blaine. Yours truly, still hopeful of learning to pull the ball, gets some batting tips from a guy who knows, Mr. Henry Louis Aaron. Brooklyn's in town, and the stands are jam-packed with eager fans. Charlie Neal lifts one to right. Pafko makes a diving stab, but misses. Neal goes all the way to third in a fluke 3-bagger. The fans wear a worried look. Jim Gilliam delivers a hit, and Neal checks in with the first run of the game. The fans seem frozen in their seats. But the Braves bounce back as Hazel bangs a long ball to right. Hurry, Bob. The Hurricane whips up a storm sliding into second. And the fans feel a bit better. Johnny the Log tees off, and you know the ball's gone the moment he hits it. The fans are having a field day. Johnny Logan scores behind Hazel, and the Braves are off and running against Brooklyn. The pitch to Aaron, and man, that ball is hit. What a sock. One of the longest we've seen. It's amazing the power that Hank, who's not the biggest man in baseball, can generate with his slashing wrist action. His timing's terrific. As usual, the Dodgers refuse to dive. Hodges drives one past Matthews. Okay, gang, let's take 2 now. Ernie Johnson gives up a center field single to Campanella that scores Hodges. The Braves' big lead is going down the drain. The crowd is pleading as the Dodgers narrow the score to 9-7, Braves' favor. What's this? Warren Spahn called in to relieve. Rarely is he used against Brooklyn. It's 1 out, and the bases are loaded. What a spot for Spahny. Don Zimmer lifts one high down the line. Torrey squeezes it for a big out. Attaboy, Spahny, just 1 more to go. Should Spahn stay in to pitch to the right-handed batter? The vote? A unanimous yes. Gilliam tries to stop his swing, but Del Rice calls the 3rd strike, and the umpire agrees. How happy can a fella be? There seems to be a difference of opinion. The Dodgers feel they got a bum call and gently point out to the umpire the error of his ways. But it's no dice. The Braves' winning ways have the fans turning the turnstiles at a record-breaking pace. And with the second-place Cardinals in town, the sold-out sign is a familiar sight. Even bleacher seats are at a premium. The fans line up in large numbers for a perch in the park. When it comes to waiting for the gates to open, well, every fan has his own way of marking time. These fans, the bleacherites, are the backbone of baseball. The gates are opened and the big push is on. Servicemen, youngsters, young men and old from every walk of life jam the stands to watch the Braves play ball. For the 5th year, Milwaukee led the majors in attendance and set another brand new National League record. One of the big attractions, the batting duel between Henry Aaron and Stan Musial. Henry's average fell off following an ankle injury, while Stan the man upped his to win another batting crown. Sports-minded Norman R. Klug looks forward to a big game along with Joe Carnes and owner Lou Perini. In extra innings, the Cards lead 4-3. Torrey keeps our hopes alive as Delennis misses a shoestring catch and a slice fly to left. Clutch hitter Eddie Matthews comes through with a single to center that sends pinch runner Bob Taylor to third. We need 2 runs. Come on, gang, let's pull this one out of the fire. It's that man again. Aaron drives in Taylor with the tying run. Eddie Matthews rounds third and comes charging home. It's going to be close. Safe. And it's a big, big win for the Braves. The next day's Sunday doubleheader is marred by heavy rains, and the ground crew works overtime. Special absorbent chemicals are spread to dry out the moisture-soaked infield. Milwaukee fans are no fair-weather friends. They're ready for anything, and they came to watch baseball. The slippery footing provides some rare defensive treats, like this double play launched by Red Schoendienst. Looks like a blizzard in August. Blassingame hits one into the drifts, but Red refuses to become snowblind and tosses a second for the force out. Now watch this one. Torrey lofts gently to right, and Joe Cunningham comes up with a circus catch here. These are the kind you have to see to believe. Braves lead 6-2, end of the 7th. But Stan Musial whistles a single up the middle, and the Cards are fighting back. Who can eat at a time like this? Gene Conley on the hill for Milwaukee. Alvin Dark drives a single into left. The Cards are desperately closing the gap. They say you can't part a boy and his dog, especially a hot dog. Casco comes through with a clutch single that drives in 2 runs. The Cards have overcome a 4-run deficit. They tie it up at 6-all in the 9th, win in extra innings, and go on to sweep the doubleheader. It's indeed a dreary day in Braves land. The Cards return to Milwaukee for a pennant showdown in late September. In the clubhouse, manager Fred Hutchinson discusses the Braves' batting order with one of his aces, pitcher Larry Jackson. The pennant's riding on every game now. The Braves are a determined bunch as they take the field. Victory's in sight, but they're not forgetting 56. The game is tense and dramatic as they come. Musial single to center sends Wally Moon to third. The Cards are threatening, and some sharp defensive play is much in order. From the stretch, Lou Burdette fires. The ball is hit sharply to Logan. He throws to Crandall. Moon is trapped. Crandall to Matthews. Back to Crandall, and crash! It's a big, loud out. Now the Braves have the bases loaded. Crandall grounds to Dark. The play is at home plate, and a charging Adcock is cut down by Hobie Landreth. The bases are still loaded. Burdette hits to Casco, who whips it home for the force on Pefko. A run means the pennant, but we can't cross that plate. Come on, Torrey, get a hit. But with the bases loaded in the 10th, Torrey grounds to Musial, who fires home to force Demeritte. The throw back to first doubles up Torrey. This game is one of frenzy and frustration. It's still 2-all. Conley holds the Cards in the 11th, and Logan starts things off with a solid single to center. This inning, we've got to do it. We've been waiting 5 years. Let's get it now. And get it we do, as Aaron hits his historic home run to bag the bunting. A jubilant Johnny Logan crosses the plate with a Pennant clinching run, and pandemonium breaks loose at Milwaukee County Stadium. The fans and Braves will long remember this wonderful night of September 23rd, 1957. The laughing Brave is really laughing, and well he might. Milwaukee's first World Series has the whole town tingling. Let's go get 'em, gang. It's Spahn pitching in Sunday's thriller. Gil McDougall singles sharply. Mickey Mantle comes across, and the Yanks take an early 1-0 lead. In the third, Eddie Matthews crashes a double for his first World Series hit. Johnny Logan hot-foots at the third, and the Fat is in the fire. Hank Aaron comes through with a terrific clout that scores 3 big runs, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead. Aaron batted .393 in the series, hit safely in all 7 games, and easily walked off with the hitting honors. The happy hometown crowd has more to celebrate. Frank Torrey follows up with another home run. Frank picks a great spot for his first circuit swat in the stadium. The Braves ahead 4-1. Spahn pitches magnificently, but only 1 out from victory. He gives up a soft single to Yogi Berra. Spahn stretches, delivers, and Gil McDougall lines one that just eludes Red Schoendienst's desperate leap. No wonder these Yanks are perennial champions. They just don't give up. 2 on, 2 out. Howard at bat. He connects solidly, and the ball is going, gone. A 3-run homer that ties the score. The Yanks won 2 of the first 3 games, and a win today will give them a commanding lead. The Braves fail to score in the 9th. With Tony Kubek on first, it's Bauer at bat. Hank hits a screaming drive. Kubek tallies the lead run. The chips are down now. Nippy Jones takes first after being nipped on the foot. Felix Mantilla running for Jones. Bob Grimm is the Yankee hurler. He fires. Johnny Logan laces one to left. This scores Mantilla with the tying run. Is Johnny going for 3? Whoops! Get back there, Johnny. The pitch to Matthews, and there it goes. What a spot for a homer. The Braves come back to win 7-5. Eddie's the man of the hour, the hero of the game. The Braves go on to win the World Series at Yankee Stadium, and all Wisconsin stages a wild and woolly celebration. After 5 fabulous years, the frenzied fans receive their reward. The Braves are National League champions. The Braves are world champions. Hail to the Braves!